and welcome back to another video with DIYs by Carolina. Hope you guys are doing well and having a blessed and amazing Sunday. So in today's video, you guys, I'm going to be working in the landscape in my backyard space, as you can see behind me here. So basically what I'm going to be doing is creating a nice little colorful flower bed. It's going to be a design where it looks like the flowers are like spilling out of the pot, but what I decided to do is I wanted to actually make the bed wider and larger instead of having like just like a slim area to show where it looks like it's spilling out. Anyway, you guys will see what I'm talking about. But anywho, just wanted to do that because again, you guys know that I'm trying to fill up that area because it's such a large landscape. So I want to bring in some more beautiful, more colorful flowers, particularly annuals. And so that's what I'm basically wanting to do. So let's go ahead and take a look at that space. And then also there is one other thing I want to run by you guys, kind of get your opinion on. It's a project that I'm thinking about starting pretty soon. But I just wanted to, I don't know, I guess just kind of get you guys' thoughts on the design and things like that. But anywho, let's take a look at the space. Okay guys, so let me just take you guys over in the area. And of course, like I told y'all, these little things here that fell off the trees, they're everywhere. They're all over the entire landscape. So it is what it is. But anywho, this little space right here, I want to add some type of feature here. Again, just me adding additional flowers, just beautifying the space and just kind of filling it up, all of those empty spaces. Now granted, I'm not going to fill up all the empty spaces, of course, but just little intricate little spaces like in this corner, for example. At first, so the plan was to add a water feature in that space, and I don't know, I feel like if I add like a solar water feature, I'm afraid it may not get a whole lot of sunlight in that little area. So that's why I'm thinking maybe I'll just not do that, you know, just do something else instead. I do want to just quickly show you guys the area that I want you guys' opinion on. I am in the process of getting prepared to do my deck makeover. Y'all, you know I got to come to y'all for some ideas. So something I was thinking about doing, but I don't know. I don't know if it's too much or whatever, but I just want to show you guys right quickly what I'm wanting to, or what I was thinking about doing to the deck space. So let me show you guys that space right quickly before we go shopping for the materials for the flower bed. So this is the area that I wanted to just kind of redo on the deck space. You guys will notice that I have this lattice panel pushed up against the deck rail. And this is basically what my deck rail looks like. It doesn't, you know, it just has the railing. But I was considering adding these lattice panels and then, you know, just painting it brown, sort of like how I did with this privacy screen here. So I was thinking about adding these panels all around the entire deck space, but also let me show you guys what it's going to look like, because I'm going to add this board here to it as well, and maybe that'll give you a better idea of how it will look. So just wanted to show y'all that right quickly, just kind of get you guys' opinion. Tell me if you think that would be too much lattice, because you do know I have lattice at the bottom of my deck as well, and I'll give you a quick preview of what that looks like at the moment. But yeah, so that's what I was hoping or thinking about doing to the deck space, to include that as part of my deck makeover. I'm excited about the deck makeover, you guys, because I've already started gathering out here. Yeah, so I'm excited. So let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments. All right, y'all, so I decided to take a different approach to that space. I'm over here looking at pots, and I was actually considering getting one of these pots here, they actually lean to the side, which is why it's kind of dipped right here. I was going to go ahead and get this one. This is the color I was thinking about getting. And just kind of, you know, do like a little feature where the flowers are kind of spilling out the pot. You know, just kind of keeping it simple. But yeah, that's actually what I was thinking about doing in that area. All right, y'all, so guess what? It has been a few days later. I wasn't able to get out here because shortly after making that last recording, it started raining immediately after that, and it rained the entire week. So today is Friday, and I am literally just getting out here to do something. It's already 7:34 p.m. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of show you guys some changes that I decided that I wanted to make. Remember, I told you guys before that I was thinking about putting a water feature in that area, and then I changed my mind. Well, guess what? I changed it back. I am going to put a water feature in that space. So we're going to just reserve that space for now. But let me show you where I have that pot currently. And this is the area that I'm going to be working in today's video. So let's take a look. All right. So here's a look at the pot that I'm going to be using. And you can see I have it over here in this space here. And in this area, I previously had, well, I still actually have some flowers planted here that never came back. They actually died. But let me just move this pot here. So you guys might recall this area. This is where I kind of separated the color of the mulch. Again, I did have 2 flowers planted here, and I'll show you guys a clip to show you what it used to look like. So what I decided to do is I'm actually going to use this whole entire space in the middle here to plant my flowers. And one of the great things about that is because, number one, this area is going to be between 2 trees. It's going to be between my, blueberry bush, and then this is my plum tree here. And the flowers that I'm using are actually shaded flowers, which is even better. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all the pot. This is the pot that I'm going to be using. I actually got this from Lowe's. I love this color. Oh, absolutely love this color. And it kind of sits, you see how it's flat on the end? I love this. It already has the hole. This is super heavy too, y'all. But anyway, this is what I'm going to be using. I love the way it just kind of, you know, leans forward. You don't have to do anything. So it stays like that on its own. And so I'm going to put that here in this space, and I'm going to walk away a little bit just to show you guys what it's going to look like. And then of course I'm going to add some flowers here, and I think that's going to be gorgeous. So anyway, here's what it looks like. Look at that. Oh, I am going to turn it a little more to this side, but it's so nice. I just love that. And yes, I still have to do the tree. I haven't forgotten. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get started with this little area. We're just going to really make this area really nice and beautiful. So I will have all the materials for this flower bed linked in the description, so that way you guys can see that the total cost was under $80. So to get started, the first thing I'm going to do is dig up these dead plants here that you see. Just go ahead and remove those so I can go ahead and just start working with this blank space. Okay, so as you guys can tell, it's getting pretty late in the evening. I think at this point is pretty much after 8 p.m. So what I definitely want to try to get done is just to kind of remove these dead plants, get those out the way, and I may just pick up on tomorrow where I left off. So yeah. So in the process of me removing the plants, I noticed that once I started to push back the mulch, there was a lot of ants in the mulch. So what you saw me just did was pour some water mixed with some Dawn detergent. I just poured that over the ants, and that actually kills the ants. That is a great way to actually just kind of get rid of ants in your mulch. Okay, y'all, so it is the next day, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with just kind of removing some of this mulch because I am going to be reusing it once I've actually created the flower bed. So that's what I'm in the process of doing right now. So if you are new to this channel and visiting for the first time, welcome. My name is Carolina, and if this is the type of content that you enjoy, I would absolutely love to have you join my family of subscribers. And as always, to my existing subscribers, guys, you know you are always welcome back. So what you guys see me doing right now is just trying to find an angle that I like for this pot. I want to have it sitting a certain way to where as I'm walking towards the landscape, that's going to be one of the first things that draw my eyes. So I'll angle it one way, angle it another way, then I'll walk back a little bit to see how much I like it. For this project, it took 2 bags of soil, and I used the Star Green soil. I'll post a picture of it up here in this corner, and that's typically the soil that I use because it also has fertilizer in it as well. And then in addition to that, I added about a bag of cow manure. And for the pot, I had a little bit of potting soil. I went ahead and added some potting soil to that along with a little bit more of the manure. So here's a quick look at the potting soil that I'm going to be using in the actual pot. This is just a little bit of potting soil that I had left over from a previous project, so I decided to go ahead and use it. And I also added a little bit of the cow manure to this potting soil as well. So like I told you guys before, I am going to be using annuals in this area for the flower bed. I actually went out and purchased some impatiens, and they're in the pretty sort of fuchsia pink color. So I'm going to be using those and some additional flowers as well, just to kind of give this area a really, really nice pop of color. So in addition to the impatiens that I planted, I wanted to just kind of break up some of the pink a little bit. So I decided to plant a few of the coleus plants. All right, so to wrap up this project, I'm just adding the mulch that I removed from this space earlier in the video. So now I'm just redistributing that mulch back in this space. And that's basically going to add the final touches to this flower bed. All right, y'all, so before the final reveal, let's take a look back at how this area used to look. Remember, in the past, I used to have two beautiful flowers planted here that unfortunately died. So I wanted to just kind of spruce up this area, bring in more beautiful and colorful annuals. And so I think we accomplished that. Let's take a look at the final reveal. you guys so much for watching and tuning into today's video. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up, share it with your friends and your family, and I will see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye now.